Love me. Love me. Love me. Love me. Oh, baby, love me. Love me. Love me. Love me. Oh, baby. What's up, people? Trying something new. You feeling that? I got my projector right there. You feeling that? Are you feeling that right there? Does that look cool or does it look stupid? I feel like it can go lower. Should I bring it down? Hold on. Ah. You feeling it? We feeling it or no? What we thinking? We digging it or no? Or too much going on? I wonder if I change this light. What should this light be? I feel like it was cool before. Could do that little thing, a little strobe action. Should we do some strobe action? I might do some strobe action. Or is it too much going on? I don't want anybody to get overstimulated, you know what I mean? So Ann's hair color? Alright, we'll keep it like this then. It's alright. Okay, cool. See, I'm making sure I don't get copyright. I got that thing going like 0.25. That's the speed, 0.25. I got it going so slow. They can't copyright me. I'm untouchable. I'm untouchable. I should start it over. Oh, it looks kind of weird. There we go. It's still kind of weird on your end. I think it's because my saturation. No, hold on. I know what's going on. I know what the problem is. what the problem is. All right. Let's go to filter. I think I got too much going on my filter. Let's go to edit filter. All right, what we got going? I think the saturation is too high. Let's bring it down a notch. Let's bring it down to like, what that look like? That look better, right? I feel like I can. I'm gonna keep it like this. Hold on. I'll see. I got a vision, and I'm gonna make this blue. I think blue or purple. My vision was stupid. Hold on. I don't know. I don't know what this one should be. Maybe that's okay. And turn it down a little bit, maybe. Turn it up, turn it down. I don't know. I don't know. No, that's better. Make it blue. Oh, make it blue? Okay. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking maybe it should be blue. Like that. I don't want you to get overstimulated. You know what I mean? Anyways. Clan, every time I saw Olynyk on the court over Sohan, I was thinking about you. It's ridiculous. I don't care what people say, bro. Like, it's gotten to a point, because I'm about to have some real main character syndrome here. So, you know, bear with me, because it's going to sound very unbearable and very cocky, and I don't mean it that way, but it is what it is. I've gained quite a bit when it comes to Spurs Twitter or whatnot. I've gained quite a bit of attention, like quite a few like hit tweets. People kind of come straight. Like, it's gotten to a point where every time I get like hate, it's a bunch of people that don't even follow me. They just go over to the page because it's like, you're not even following me. And then I just block you. If you say something crazy and you're not even following me, I just block you. But this is what I've noticed. Like, because I'm so loud when it comes to this Sohan thing, people are starting to try to bring up point, and I won't call out one of the people, but they start to bring up points that don't even make sense just to fight what I'm saying. Like, people saying, oh, you have an agenda when it comes to this. It's like, no, I literally... Oh, video look washed out? It does? Is that just for... Does everyone feel that way? You blocked me because I called you Coach Clown? Well, you deserved it then. Were you not following me? You probably wouldn't even follow me. See, some people, if you follow me, it's more like tough love. You know, it's like, well, I want to be around. It's like, it's cool, I just disagree with you. But if you're coming over and you're just talking trash and you don't even follow me, that means you search me just to talk trash. I'm not with that. But anyways. Oh, okay. Now you followed me. Okay. Anyways, my point is, I'm not trying to have main character syndrome. I swear to God, I'm not, guys. But it's gotten to a point where people start to throw arguments towards me that aren't even good arguments. And people that typically have really good points are bringing up stats that make no sense whatsoever due to what I'm saying. And all I've been saying, I know that I can come across as very irritating. I know that I can come across as obnoxious. You got to be able to take criticism, bro. You're a public figure. Chandler, I swear to God, I will block you. I threaten you every single live stream. I swear to God, Chandler. I swear to God. I swear to God, I will block you. Anyways, what was I gonna say? See, I lost my train of thought. Okay, I lost my train of thought. But okay, before we talk about this game, I want to say this. Okay, I'm gonna throw this out there. I want to say this. I know I'm very aware of how annoying and obnoxious I can sound when it comes to the Sohan thing. But if I can just break it down for you really quick, it's very simple. I don't have to break it down. It's just a few sentences, okay? All I want is for the Spurs to be successful. And in my opinion, based on the years that I've been a fan and the years that I've watched Greg Popovich, my opinion is that you can use and milk your entire roster just about. Maybe it's like 2 guys, 3 guys you can't. But what I've seen from Pop is to bring the best out of every single player and get something out of them. And I just think that Sohan's skill set is too high for you not to utilize it. If he leaves the Spurs, I'm still a Spurs fan. We'll talk about the Spurs. I don't care. But he's on the roster. He's a good player, great defender. I say use him. And I think that he brings a certain level of toughness and physicality that the San Antonio Spurs have been lacking. That's it. That's all. That's my take. If you think that that's too crazy of a take or that's wild, so be it, I guess. But I think that I've been pretty consistent with that. I think Carter Bryant, he's getting some usage out of him. That's good. That's great. I'm happy for it. In some players, he's trying to milk some that you're just not going to get much out of, right? Like Olynyk, really? You overutilizing a few of them, though. You're overutilizing some and underutilizing others. Barnes? I mean, anyways, we'll talk about it in a minute. Really quick, I completely forgot to do this. Big shout out to Sleeper. If you guys are interested in daily fantasy sports, go check it out. Link in the description. Just use promo code CLAN. You get a 100% match up to $100. As you guys know, you just make your picks for the day. Or you can go to the home screen and you can see like what's going on around the league. What did that say about Curry? Hold on. Oh, Curry's going off. Curry's going off. They lost Jimmy and now he got to go off. He's about to have a crazy rest of the season. Oh my goodness. He went 8 for 15 from 3. But he had a negative 24. Did they lose? A negative 24? They had to lose. They lost. He doesn't score 38 points. Yeah, they had to lose, right? But anyways, yeah. If you guys are interested in Sleeper, go check it out. Link in the description. Okay, so let me go ahead and say this. I don't hate Barnes. I don't even hate Olynyk. I just think that let me start with Olynyk. I think that Olynyk is the exact opposite of what the Spurs need right now. Like I told you guys, I went to the recent Grizzlies game, very close. So I got to hear everything. And we even had De'Aaron Fox yelling at him. It wasn't like they have some issues or anything like that. It was some typical teammate stuff. But he was yelling at him to help up Steph Castle when Castle hit the ground. That's the type of stuff where I'm like, what? Or if you even go to the Lakers game, after the game, there was that confrontation between Vanderbilt and Sohan, and he just kind of stood there, just let it happen, you know. And it was Julian Champagnie, Fox involved. You know, the team was involved. They went to bat for their boy. I just don't think Olynyk really brings what we need right now, honestly. I mean, you can say, oh, he spaced the floor. I don't know what you're really basing that off of right now. Sure, whatever. Harrison Barnes, I do understand what you're basing that off of. People typically do not want to keep him open, but I really think the Spurs should just try to use him early, see if you got it going or not, set up some plays for him, and if he don't, sit him. Because at the end of the day, there's nothing that Barnes is bringing to the table that merits the amount of minutes that he's been getting. I just don't think that. I love him. I think that he's important. So this isn't me saying I think he should be traded or gone. I think that Barnes is very important for the team as far as veteran leadership and these certain games where you can get a lot out of him, right? He has certain games where he can go off. Like, that's fine. But he shouldn't be used as like the one of the primary rotational players. Like, he should be in the rotation. He should be in rotation, but he shouldn't be like a starter and getting. Yeah, I just don't think that that's the case. So I think that's a little weird. But I want to beat the crap out of teams, and there is no reality. I'm gonna talk about this game because I think this was a really good game because there was a lot of stuff that I liked about it. But and stuff I didn't, but that's fine. There is no reality in which the San Antonio Spurs have these many defenders, and they don't have at least 2 or 3 on the court at the same time at all times. There is no reason why that should be the case. Now, if you're just completely getting destroyed and the team is just getting ahead and you're getting desperate, and I was like, oh crap, okay, we need to try to outshoot them or whatever. Okay, maybe, possibly, but for the most part, I think we whoop on teams when we get to play all of our defenders. Me personally, I think that that's our bread and butter. I don't think 3-point shooting is our best quality. I don't even know if it's our second best. Actually, it's not. It might be our third, fourth best quality, but like, we're not a 3-point shooting team like that. I think primarily we are obviously fast paced. I think we're a defensive team, and I think that we are a slashing, cutting, going to the basket type team. That's it. I think those are our 2 main qualities, and I think we should lean on that as heavy as we possibly can, and that involves making sure that you play your defenders. I'm so happy Carter Bryant is getting some minutes. Actually, hold on. Let me bring up the stats because I actually don't know how many minutes Carter got. It felt like he got quite a few, but I'm going to guess 11. I'm going to guess 12. That's what I'm going to go with. But let's see. Let's go to Jazz. I have not looked at any of the stats, by the way. Let's see. Other than Fox, because, you couldn't ignore that. All right. So let's see here. So Carter Bryant got 13. He got 13 minutes. Okay. Yeah. He should. He should get 13 minutes. He should get 13, sometimes maybe 20, but 13 minutes is good. Yeah, sure. But yeah, I think you have too many defenders not to utilize them, man. And it really irritates me to see. It is crazy. Okay, so this is crazy. Olynyk had 8 minutes in this game, and it felt much longer because you don't get anything out of him. That's what I didn't even know the stats here. Okay, he had a steal. He had 2 turnovers, 0 for 2 from 3. And certain players, I've said this time and time again, this is not me moving the goalposts, and I think that a lot of people, you guys will agree with me, right? Like, you guys agree with me on this. Some players you judge a little differently than others when it comes to stats, right? Kelly Olynyk, we're very aware, you should be very aware that Kelly Olynyk is not a defender. He's not that great of a defender, okay? He gets the job done if you absolutely need it, but he's not a good defender, okay? So he's not a great defender. And what are you leaning on him for? Well, can he space the floor? If he's not spacing the floor, that's a wrap, right? If he's not giving you threes, that's a wrap. He's basically a negative. And that's how I feel about Kelly Olynyk. And in this game, obviously going 1 for 4, 0 for 2, I know for a concrete fact that you're not getting anything on the other end. So that was just a wasted 8 minutes, in my opinion. But when you take a player like, I'll throw a few of them out here. Let's see. Let's do, I'll do Castle. I could do Wemby, but Wemby, like, he never really has bad stats, but sure. I guess, no, I can't do Wemby. Wemby always has great stats. It always shows up in the stat sheet. But, like, Steph Castle, Jeremy Sohan, Carter Bryant, Keldon usually shows up on the stat sheet. But there's certain hustle plays from Keldon. Okay, I'll say Keldon. So, I would say Carter Bryant, Sohan, Keldon, and Steph Castle. Those are 4 players by themselves that you can't necessarily judge them just based on what the stat sheet showed, right? Like, they're bringing other things to the table. I never thought in a million years I would say this, but Keldon Johnson does bring quite a bit of defense. He always has some hustle, but he's playing quite a bit decent defense this year, right? So, like, even if he's on the court and his scoring doesn't look that great, I don't just throw my hands up and be like, Keldon Johnson shouldn't have played today. I don't do that, right? Or at least for this season. I was like, wow, Keldon's been great. But yeah, he's bringing some pretty good defense too, and he's bringing some tenacity. I know there's going to be some plays in there that he makes that's not going to show up right here. Sochan, he is the epitome of this. Like, he has 0 all across the boards, and he was good. Like, they went on a run when he was in the game. I couldn't believe they went on a run with center Sochan. But they went on a run. But if you paid attention to the game, his switches were perfect. His communication was perfect. His defense was really great. Like, he did the dirty work. He did a great job. And yeah, Spurs went on a run during that time. But did he have the stats? Heck no. He had nothing. And you would think, oh, he was absolute trash. No, he's not. He's a different type of player. Same thing with Carter Bryant, right? Even if he's not showing up on the stat sheet, there's certain things that you watch during the game. And you're like, oh, he did his job, right? I mean, even with Sochan and no rebounds, it was some good box outs, right? And other players, he put other teammates in a position to get the rebound. Like, that's the type of stuff that's important. And I think all of those players display that. Steph Castle, people can kind of see it. Like, today, he went 4 for 12. That's not good percentages, right? But, like, you can't convince me that he had a bad game. You can't convince me. He had a great game. He had a great game. Clan, can you look at my comment if you can? You said Mitch needs to start Carter Bryant over Harrison Barnes. Let's push the agenda, everyone. I'll say this. I'm more content with starting Carter Bryant over Barnes than starting Barnes. I'll say that. But I've been saying over and over again, which I'm like talking to a wall at this point because Mitch Johnson won't do it. I think Sochan should start. Like, I just think balance-wise, it makes the most sense. He's out there with a bunch of offensive weapons. He can do the dirty work, and you got 3 crazy great defenders on the court at the same time to start off the game and set the tone. I love it. I think it's nasty. I think it's gross. I think it's going to destroy you. I like that. I personally like that, but I know Mitch won't do that. And you saying Carter Bryant starting, I'm content with Carter Bryant starting over Harrison Barnes, but I'll tell you this right now, it's going to be some growing pains because Carter Bryant, he does struggle when it comes to some defensive sense. He's going to be a phenomenal defender. I think he's a great defender already, but like some defensive sense, he makes some mistakes. So it's going to be some growing pains if you throw him in the starting lineup, but he'll catch on. He's fine. He's a lottery pick. But yeah, Harrison Barnes, excuse me, Harrison Barnes starting. I'm tired of it. I'm done with it. Actually, I don't even know what, and Barnes is one of those players, like I was mentioning, that if his shot isn't going down, it shows up in the stat sheet. His impact will directly show up in the stat sheet. There's not much to Harrison Barnes' game where it's not going to show up in the stat sheet. Like, oh, he had a bad game, guys. He went 1 for 5, but he did what? Please enlighten me on what Harrison Barnes brought to the table other than his 1 for 5 shot, but other than his 2 points. He didn't. He didn't bring anything else. But yeah, he's been actually horrible. And this is another thing too. This is why I think, everybody's going to have their bias. I have my bias. You guys have your biases. Like, there's certain players you love more than others. And I know that coaches have their biases too. But I cannot understand for the life of me the leash that Barnes has. We have, hold on, guys. We have, oh my God, this is worse than I thought. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 games in a row where he's shooting nearly 20% overall. Like 20, probably about 24, 25%. 24%. Like, what is that? Like, what is that? What else is he bringing? What else is he bringing? From the field, he's shooting 35%. Like, what is he bringing? What is he a phenomenal defender? Because if Harrison Barnes was a lockdown defender, I would sit here and defend him all day. If he was an elite defender, I would sit here and say, hey, he should play. He should play more. He should start. You guys are crazy saying that he shouldn't start. But what exactly are you getting from Harrison Barnes, guys? I don't get it. The longest leash, but Jeremy only gets 3 minutes and never again. It's crazy. I don't get it. I don't get what Harrison Barnes has over him, and it makes me feel. I mean, I don't really know what other explanation is, and I hate to narrativize certain things, but it makes me feel like Mitch Johnson just has certain favorites, man, and he just likes how Harrison Barnes conducts himself. He's a veteran, I guess. I know with Chris Paul, the reason why they played him so often, even after we got Fox, was because that was promised to him, and it's like, okay, you got to keep your promises, you know? Yeah, you know what I mean? Why is Bruce Willis and Dwayne Johnson on my... What video did it go to? Hold on. Give me a second. Oh. It was an ad. It was someone's like sponsorship. That's crazy. That was somebody's sponsorship. I don't know. I was like, what's going on? Anywho. Do you think Barnes got a promise? I would break it. I would break it. I understood with the Chris Paul stuff. I understood that, but yeah, I would break it expeditiously. Yeah, but I'll be real, guys. I don't really understand it. So, yeah, some of these leashes are just too long. Sohan is worth playing. He's on the roster. Carter Bryant should be getting minutes, which I'm happy that he is. And if you just have your own personal biases because you don't like the nastiness and the extracurricular activities after games, then I mean, that's just soft to me. I think the Spurs need that. We need a little bit of toughness, and I want all my tough players playing. I want to punch them in the mouth. I want to punch every team in the mouth. Keldon Johnson, he punches you in the mouth. Carter Bryant is just so much energy. He's so hungry. Jeremy Sohan, he's going to play great defense on you, then he's going to pinch you in the nipple, and then you're going to fight in the middle of the fourth quarter, and then he's going to get you ejected. That's what I like. Steph Castle plays hard. That's what I want. I don't want all this nonsense, okay? I saw a Thunder team. I keep bringing this up. I'm going to talk about the positive of this game. I'm sorry. I'm like going on tangents. But I saw, it's like 17 minutes of a tangent. I saw a Thunder team whoop on my team, throw Victor Wembanyama to the ground, smack Julian Champagnie in the mouth. I saw them doing so much fighting and clawing and grabbing and punching and all this nonsense. And then when I saw Julian Champagnie get hit, I love you, Dylan. I think he's great. He's just not the type of player that we kind of well, he's the type of player we need, but what I'm talking about, he's not this type of player that we need. He went up to Julian Champagnie and gave him a hug. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I did. Julian Champagnie got smacked in the mouth, and then our boy Dylan Harper went over and gave him a hug. I don't want hugs. I don't want hugs. I want some. Thank you. Hold on. I just saw a comment. Unethical basketball. Yes. Nipple pinch. Ouch. He literally used to do that. Yeah. Sohan literally used to do that. Steven Adams got frustrated with him, and what's his name? Luka. Yeah, they hated him. Yeah, I want some unethical basketball. I love Dylan too. But I mean, he should play like stupid amount of minutes. Like, he's Dylan Harper. He's great. He's just not that type of player. It would be like me expecting Tony Parker to bring some nasty. I don't expect Tony Parker to bring no nasty. That's not his job. That's not his personality. Anyways. Okay, so hold on. I'm gonna get to that. Thank you for the super chat. So I guess we should just talk about the game. So we basically had a super chat, which had disappeared for some reason. It's not on my screen anymore. Hold on. Because I don't want to miss it. There it is. All right, so our boy Cantosaurus says, didn't know stream started. I'm worried since Fox plays so well despite playing off ball will be validation for Mitch running offense through Castle. See, my friend, I think that's where you're mistaken with this game, because I didn't see it as Fox not running the offense. I didn't see it as that. I thought that Fox and Wembanyama, it was plays for Fox. They were playing off of each other, even though it was off ball. So like I saw Wembanyama giving him a lot of off ball screens. So while it's not in his hands, I still think that it was played through Fox and Wemby. Castle still has like terrible percentages at times. Don't get me wrong, but I think Castle did a fine job today. But I mean, he's not great. 4 for 12 is awful. Well, it's not great. It's pretty awful. He did get to the line quite often. But I will say, Fox took more shots. Wemby took more shots, and I thought that they were playing off of each other. I don't think it was actually just ran strictly through Castle how it's been. Like at times he obviously you go 4 for 12. He was trying some things, but for the most part, from what I saw, I thought Fox and Wemby were playing off of each other. And another thing I really like too is I saw a Spurs team look like a great team, whereas we didn't necessarily keep them in the game per se. I won't say that. Now the third quarter was pretty bad, and we didn't go on the run until we had center Sohan. I don't know how that worked. But I will say that the Spurs kind of kept it a little light, kept a decent lead, and then just turned it up at the end. And it's like, that's what great teams usually do. Because even when we were in the Utah Jazz shoes, where our win percentage was as bad as theirs, we would see that a lot, right? Like we would go against teams and we thought, oh man, we can compete with anybody because we're staying with this great team. And then they would just destroy us in the fourth. Like that's kind of what you want, right? Like that's what you do with these really bad teams. Like ideally it would be great just to blow them out from the get. But it didn't really feel like that type of game. It felt like we were playing hard, but Jazz just kind of stuck around just a little bit. Spurs got a little bit of distance. That third quarter was really great when we just kind of took off. Now, what I don't like is going into the fourth and like completely taking out what was working at the end of the third. But I understand because he wanted to put in Wemby right when Nurkic came in. So, I mean, it is what it is, I guess. Wemby and Nurkic got some beef, it seems. You think so? I think Nurkic just kind of like takes on the challenge. That's how it comes across to me. Like I think he enjoys playing against Wemby. I miss Coach Messina. But yeah, so overall I really enjoyed this game. My negative takeaways is, please, for the love of God, can we stop? Can we lower this leash? The Spurs, the thing is that I said it once, I'll say it again, I'll say it 50 more times. Our strength actually isn't three-point shooting. We can do it, but it actually isn't that. Now, we had a game where Fox went off. We had a game where Vic went off and Julian Champagny went off. And I think Julian is kind of a three-point specialist, right? I would say he's a three-point specialist. I said kind of. He's a three-point specialist. Like, okay, sure. Harrison Barnes, he's considered one. I think he's iffy. I think he's really iffy. Oh, I think he's iffy. As Takashi would say. He's very iffy. Oh. Like, you never know what you're going to get out of Harrison Barnes. And defensively, I know I'm going to get the mundane. Yes, embrace the mundane, I guess. So, in my opinion, I don't think Harrison Barnes, like, adds to the three-point shooting. I don't think anybody on this team is really, like, a pure three-point shooter other than maybe Julian. Wemby can knock him down. Julian. Other than that, other guys can or can't, just kind of depend on the day, right? We don't have that one main threat or those few main threats where you can genuinely say the Spurs are just a phenomenal three-point shooting team. I don't think that we are, just these games I'm watching. But what we are great at is defense, and what we are great at is getting to the rim. We are phenomenal at those things. Absolutely phenomenal at those things. But I think defense comes first. I think that's what we're going to be the best at. And I just think you got too many defenders not to just play on your strengths. Play on your strengths, man. Stop it, Mr. 20%. Yeah, I get tired of Sean Elliott talking about Harrison Barnes shooting. Like, Mr. whatever. 22 minutes is... Come on, y'all. Come on. Yeah, unless you want to convince me that he was spacing the floor so much that he, like, helped it. No, he wasn't. He wasn't spacing the floor that well. And then at one point, we had Harrison Barnes and Kelly Olynyk on the court together. What are we doing? What are we doing? Olynyk went -7. Harrison Barnes went -5. With in the starters overall, Wemby went +25. What are we doing? Why don't Harrison Barnes go to the bench and decide how many minutes you get on a game-to-game basis? Him playing as much as he's played feels like a business decision. No one's guarding Harrison Barnes. They're taking their chances, man. That's the thing. People have this idea of, oh, he's on the court to space the floor. Watch the games. Let me tell you who's actually spacing the floor. Truly spacing the floor. Julian Champagnie. They do not want to keep Julian Champagnie open. They try their best not to have him open. Victor Wembanyama, obviously, but he's the main focus, right? I would even go as far as say Keldon Johnson is somebody they don't want to just keep open, right? Those are some guys that's spacing the floor right now. Harrison Barnes isn't spacing the floor. They're letting it go, man. That's where we lost the lead with Harrison Barnes and Olynyk. It's the same thing. There is no reason, and I'm excluding Victor Wembanyama. There is no reason you shouldn't have 2 or 3 great defenders on the court at the same time at all times, excluding Victor. Victor's a whole nother thing. It should be Castle, Sohan, Carter, Carter, Castle. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. Because in actuality, I mean, I don't know about Castle, Sohan, and Carter. I would really need to. I think they played together before and they looked fine, but I don't know. I would really have to question some things because I don't trust any 3 of those players to get you any outside shots. I don't trust any 3 of them. But yeah, give me at least 2, man. Give me at least 2. At times, maybe 3. Yeah, give me at least 2. Watch your mouth, Clan. Harrison Barnes going 6 for 11 next game. That will bring up his percentage to 25%. I don't hate Harrison Barnes, by the way. I think, like I told you guys, I think he's important to the team. I think when I criticize, and thanks for the super chat, by the way, but I think when I criticize, people automatically think I'm like, I hate a player or I want them gone. That's not true. That's not true at all. But Harrison Barnes, I don't want him gone. I just want us to stop playing him so much. He averaged 25 minutes. Guys, in the month of January, he averaged 25 minutes, 35% from the field, and 27% from 3. And we continuously lean on him. I don't know why. What is he bringing? If he was bringing some really great defense, okay, but I don't know what he's bringing. I don't get it. I don't get his leash, man. I do not understand his leash whatsoever. Let's see. I mean, dang, even in the month of December, it wasn't great. Like 35% from 3. I don't even know if that really justifies his poor defense. And then field goal percentage was 41%. He shot 41%. November is the last time he looked like automatic. That's 2 months ago. I don't understand the leash. And like I said, not every player is created equal when it comes to stats. So, like, I wouldn't judge as far as the stat sheet. I wouldn't judge Sohan and Carter, even Keldon, honestly, right now. Like what I've been seeing from Keldon, the same way I would judge Harrison Barnes shooting. Like, they're bringing some other things, or Castle as well. Like, they're bringing some other things. Because you guys know I don't come on here and just be like, look at Castle's his percentages. Actually, I don't even know his percentages for. Yeah, see, his field goal percentage was horrible this month. 37% in January. Pretty decent December, almost 50%. But In January, 37%. But I'm not sitting here saying he shouldn't play or he shouldn't get 30 minutes. I'll be on crack if I said that. I think we use him kind of weird sometimes, but he brings too much to the table. We can recognize that. And for some reason, Mitch Johnson can recognize that, but he can't with other players. I don't get it. Anyways, sorry, that's a lot of yapping. That's like 30 minutes of yapping. My whole point is this. I think the Spurs did great today. I was happy with it. I never felt like the game was going to get out of hand or we were going to lose it. I was very impressed by how strongly they finished. And also, the one negative thing is the negative thing that's been here this entire time, which Harrison Barnes' leash is too long. Even if he has a crazy 40-point game next game, it does not justify what we've been seeing over the course of 2 months. Okay? It just doesn't. I'm sorry. So he can go the next 5 games with 40 points each and 70% from 3, and that still does not justify those 2 months of nonsense. Sohan only getting 4 minutes is crazy. I don't know what you're looking for. I don't know what Mitch wants. I don't know what his deal is. I didn't realize Dylan Harper only had 13 minutes. That's a little crazy. But I was happy that Carter Bryant got his. Oh, Jordan McLaughlin looked pretty good today, too. He played some smart basketball. I didn't mention that. I feel like Mitch still is not doing good coaching-wise, even with this win. I just don't get his point. I don't know. Sohan was sick. Shut up. That's not true. No, he didn't, Clan. Mitch is great. He would. Sohan flu game. Sohan was sick. I don't believe you. Wait, who said that? Was that Larry that said that? I can't tell from. Hold on. Yeah, sick of Mitch. Hold on. Who said that? Wait, Larry said that. Larry ain't gonna lie to us. Larry wouldn't lie to us. Larry loves me too much. Larry wouldn't lie to me like that. Me and Larry have a very close relationship. You guys have no idea. He wouldn't lie to me like that. Flu game? Injury report said? He was listed as questionable with illness? Do I need to apologize to Mitch? He was in these games. I didn't need what I need to apologize for. He was suited up. He could have played any of these games. That sounds like an excuse. All right, we're gonna listen to what Mitch has to say. But that's my thoughts on this game. Take a look at the other segments if you see this video later. I don't know. No, he gave him DNPs. But like he was like ready to play, bro. Like you suited up, you can play. Do I have to apologize? I don't want to apologize to Mitch. Mitch likes so. Do I need to apologize? Do I need to say I'm sorry? Yes, you do. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I talked all that stuff. Oh, the presser ain't up yet. I'm on Basketman's page and it ain't on here. Love me. Love me. Oh, baby. Excuse me. Love me. Love me. Love me. Love me. Oh, baby. Love me. Love me. Love me. Love me. You know, when Sohan went to meet up with all those Spurs fans, it was kind of funny because I got a DM from my boy who lives in San Antonio. And he actually was like, hey, yo, Clan, guess what? I was like, what's up? He's like, I'm in line to see Sohan. He's like, I'm going to put you on FaceTime when I get up to him. I thought that would have been so funny. My first question would have been, Sohan, why did you unfollow me on Twitter? And he would have been like, who are you? He probably know. He probably know who I am. That would have been my first question, though. Like, why did you unfollow me, bro? What was that about? Why did you do that to me? Sohan the water boy. He's the best water boy I've ever seen in my life. That water boy came in and gave you the best 4 minutes you ever seen. It's gonna go down in Spurs history. Nah, fam, I ain't singing. Too old for that. You're never too old to sing. The best time to wear a striped sweater is all the time. One with the collar, turtleneck. That's the kind. 'Cause when you're... We're not gonna get this presser, are we? How you get access to it and I didn't? Oh God, I just realized something. So I'm drinking out of this circle. I completely forgot to change out the top. So I got one with caffeine. That's why I feel like this. Kermit? That's SpongeBob. What? I need to ban you, Larry, just for that. Wait, Larry, would you have... How old were you when SpongeBob dropped? 99. Because you told me how old you're 45, right? I was watching elementary school. You should have been watching. You would have been like 20. Young adults watch SpongeBob. How do you not know that? I just turned 45 last Saturday. Yeah, you didn't watch SpongeBob? I don't know. You just say you too old to sing, so you probably like, man, I'm grown. I don't watch cartoons. Not watching SpongeBob, bro. See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, y'all? Come on, Larry. Come on, Larry. You're never too old for anything. Go watch some SpongeBob, man. It's some good stuff. Sorry, fam. Nah, man. It's too late to apologize. It makes me sad. How you not watch SpongeBob, bro? Come on. I'm grown, and I went back and watched Steven Universe, and I was like, oh, I understand. I understand why people love this. It's pretty great. Yeah, I'm ready. Promotion. I'm ready. I know somebody who's like 60 that watched SpongeBob, that knows all the SpongeBob quotes. Like, there's no excuse, Larry. There's no excuse. They're almost 20 years older than you, and they know every single SpongeBob line. SpongeBob was peak. I haven't watched SpongeBob in a while, though. What do you think of the small starting lineup? Harper, Fox, Champagny, Carter Bryant, Wemby? I don't like Carter Bryant in the starting lineup, just to be honest with you guys. I mean, it's not that I hate it. It's just he's learning, and I don't know. I just don't like him in the starting lineup. I like him in the starting lineup over Barnes, just from defense, but he's not... I don't want him in the starting lineup yet. Replace Champagny with Fasale when he's back? Yeah, for sure. Bro, am I not going to get this presser? I got to see this presser. All right, well, what else could we talk about until we get that presser? I wonder if we need to do quite a few segments, guys, because, you know, that winter storm's coming. It's going to mess some things up. Should Sohan be an all-star for screening? Yeah, for sure. Let's see here. So he needs to do a couple of dunks or layups and he will get his minutes back. Like, unironically, you kind of, yeah. Bro, that one Wemby block was crazy where he just grabbed it midair. That was crazy. Can chat, can you explain to me why people like Kai Cenat? I am not a hater, okay? Like, I see I Show Speed. I don't watch all his stuff, but I get it, right? He's like, he's pretty funny. Like, he's pretty funny. And he seems like a decent dude. Every time I see something of Kai Cenat, he comes across like something's off, man. Yeah, he's not funny. I know he's not funny, but he just seems like, I don't know. Maybe it's just the vibe that everything you do is just all money. Just everything is a business venture that just like make me like, ugh, like I don't care. I don't get it. I don't really get the popularity there. He's not interesting. It seems like every single time he interviews or has somebody on with them, he makes it worse. He makes it less enjoyable. He just yells. Like, I don't get it. And he's very performative too. And I guess like everyone's performative to an extent. Like, I perform to an extent when I'm on here, but like he's very performative. Like, there was a video of him like literally turning on some music and then pulling out his journal to do like to write down some fashion ideas. And he's like, I'm gonna videotape myself do that. And then he videotapes himself reading. He's like, I want to improve my vocabulary, so guys, watch this while I read. Like, what? I don't get it. I think people like Kai because of the guests and I Show Speed. Oh, and the show that he creates. I guess so. Yeah, it's just the guests. I Show Speed, all right. Yeah, like I Show Speed is genuinely funny. You know. Hey Clan, are you going to play Yakuza Kiwami 3? Yeah. I need to finish Kiwami 2 though, to be honest with you. I haven't finished it. But I'm gonna get 3 cuz I have all the Yakuzas and it's my favorite franchise, and I feel like a hypocrite cuz I haven't played through it. And it's definitely my favorite franchise. I just haven't played through it. How you guys feeling about the background? Is that cool? Does it look good, or what you thinking? He also has Kai is just not very bright, but he's a decent dude. I guess I mean maybe he is. I don't know. It's like every time I see him, he doesn't feel like a decent dude. Like it's something feels off, man. Like it feels like everything is about the brand, not really morals. Like, what does he stand on? I don't know what Kai Cenat stands on. I've seen plenty of situations where I Show Speed has showed like some of his moral character. He seems like a decent dude. I think I have enough evidence to be like, yeah, I think he's a decent dude. Maybe I just haven't seen enough of Kai Cenat for me to think that he is. I just think any decision he makes is based on his brand. He just comes across like that. He changed recently. But that's what I'm saying. The thing I'm talking about where I was like, it's very performative, that just happened. Kai Cenat sold his soul for Hollywood. Kai Cenat, the type of dude who be doom scrolling on his phone. Crap, it went away. Hold on. Doom scrolling on his phone while you telling him a genuine story. That's how it feels. It feels like he's not really engaged, or everything every time he reacts to what someone says, he's like, whoa, wow. It's just, I don't know. Like, I think about when he was on with John Cena, and I was like, man, John Cena said some like great things, but it's like the way that they come across is just performative, and you're not really listening. Like, you're just waiting for your turn to talk. Like, I don't know. Cat Williams been talking about it. Clan, there are complications of Kai Cenat trying to fit in. Trying to fit in. Like I said, I don't hate. I will be lying. Like, some people will be like, I don't hate anybody on. No, I think some people on Earth you should hate. I think it's like morally okay to hate certain people. But Kai Cenat is not one of them. I don't hate him. It's just he comes across like, if it came down to something that's meaningful in his brand, he'll choose his brand. He just comes across as that type. If it came down to standing on something, if it will bring you too much controversy, you're going to stand on your brand. That's how he comes across to me. Kind of like Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast comes across like that too to me. You Wild Clan? I'm sorry. Wait, did I say something funny? I don't know if I said something funny or you actually saying I'm wild. Bro is brainwashed? Who's brainwashed? Yeah, not adding anything meaningful or insightful. Yeah, insightful is another thing. Yeah, there's no insight. Good night, man. I'm just waiting for this presser because everyone keeps telling me like the presser is really great, so that's what I'm waiting for. I'm replaying Kiwami 2 because I ran through the story only the first time and now I want to play everything. Oh, it's so good. Kai Cenat is brainwashed. I don't know. I just think he's just lame. I really just don't care about Kai enough to watch him. I don't want, and that's another thing too. I haven't watched. I attempted to watch one stream. I was like, I don't know why people like this. Like, there's other streamers where I understand why you can keep that or how you can keep that on. You know, he's not one of them. This is gonna take forever. They're never gonna upload this. Queso seems like a genuine dude. I heard people really like Queso. I never watched him. Yo, Clan, did you check out the locker room presser of Wemby after the Rockets game? Yeah. Okay, screw it. We'll do that. All right. I completely missed it. I've only seen a clip of what Wemby had to say after the Rockets game. So we'll take a look at what he actually had to say. I guess I'll give you my thoughts before and after, but I did not see this. But apparently chatter here thinks that it might still be relevant. Okay, so before we do that, big shout out to Sleeper. If you guys are interested in daily fantasy sports, go check it out. Link in the description. What the heck is that? Oh, that's MLB. But yeah, if you guys go to Sleeper, it is a daily fantasy sports app. You just use promo code CLAN and you get 100% match up to $100. But if you don't want to do any of the daily fantasy sports on day one of getting the app, you can just go over to the social media section, which is on the homepage, and you can see a bunch of highlights, updates, injury reports, stats, play-by-plays, all that good stuff. So, am I seeing this correctly? Yesterday, SGA had 40 points, 11 assists, 7 rebounds, 16 for 19 from the field, 2 for 2 from 3, and he only went to the line and shot 7 free throws? I hate to admit, damn, that might be MVP, y'all. That might be MVP. Anyways, all right, let's take a look at what Wemby had to say. My thoughts before where the Spurs were playing soft. So some people took that. Let me say this, because I think some people say it in different ways. When I say that the Spurs have been soft, that doesn't mean I'm questioning. It sounds like I am, but I'm not questioning the character of all of our players, right? I think that they're tough in their own right. You're not second in the West and just be an overall soft team and you just want people to walk over you and all that. they play tough, right? They play their hardest. That's what I mean. But when I say that the Spurs have been soft, I mean that when teams have dished out a certain level of physicality, we have either not been capable of, or just in these few games that it's happened, are not willing to get our hands dirty. And I just think that certain players are made for that, right? I don't want to have Wemby having to do that all game. Keldon Johnson, I love him, but he's more nasty on the offensive end. He goes straight into your chest, get physical with you in that way. And certain other players as well is kind of the same thing. But some guys are kind of made for it, and I felt like the Spurs weren't really utilizing that. When you get to the point where you're playing like Kelly Olynyk over a guy that can bring you some nasty, that's where I lose my brain. Or when you're starting Harrison Barnes for extensive amount of minutes, I don't understand that. If his shot isn't going down, why are we doing it? So stuff like that, where I'm like, you don't have anyone on the court that can really bring you that physicality that you need in these situations. And that's what bothers me. So I'm not saying that the team mental wise, they're all just soft and they're gonna shrivel up. I think they're tough. Wemby has shown that he's tough. Fox, even though sometimes Fox irritates us at times, like, he's clutch player of the year at one point. Like, he's been in big moments and knocked down some big shots. That takes some toughness. But the type of physicality that the Spurs kind of need, we got the talent. Just that little oomph, that little bit of physicality, that little bit of nastiness, that little bit of dirty, not really dirty, but dirty. You need it, and we don't really have it, right? Or at least the Spurs aren't utilizing what we got. That's all.
16-point lead. Let's blow away.
Where is he? This is such a weird.
Same as usual, blowing 15+ point lead. The good thing is, like, we're all onto the problem. We're all putting our minds into it, but we're conscious it is a problem.
Scary. What do you think they did to you to kind of stop you from really, getting going and getting the flow?
I mean, they did what they usually do, and what most teams do, actually. Obviously, I wish I made more shots tonight, but I need to be able to find ways to help my team even when I don't make shots.
That's true, but also, I know I won't excuse that performance where he was like terrible in the fourth, like god awful in the fourth, second half that is. But I will say that sometimes shots are going to go down, sometimes they're not, and that's part of the game. But some things that should be consistent, especially when you got the roster that we have, is that we should continuously be able to bring pressure defensively, continuously be able to bring some physicality. There's no way around that. Like, you should always be able to do that. And Mitch Johnson's unwillingness to put in those players to do it has been very frustrating. And even if it's apart from Sohan, Carter Bryant in that Rockets game should have played more than like 11 minutes. That was crazy, especially how well he was playing on Reed Shepherd. But
so it's all we.
Do you feel that there were possessions, especially in the second half, where something Julian was saying was that, you guys then slowing down the way that you are used to, or the way you should, we play fundamentally?
Yeah.
What did you make of some of that?
There's many details, but I think the main idea, and that all of us can see, because it's obvious, that we're rushing, in our minds on the court, sometimes overreacting. So yeah, I think it funny. The good thing is that nothing makes you learn and makes you mature like failure, or losses, defeats. So we're learning.
that's a good point too, because a lot of times with losses, with wins, if you barely scrape by, then it's like, what you gonna learn from this, right? What you gonna learn from this?
We're learning quicker. We're taking it a lot, while still being a winning team now. So it's we're gonna figure it out. We need to mature a little bit, I think.
When you're posting up, you like to kind of pivot and like swing the ball low to try to like get that leverage, but they have really good hands. So how when you go against a team that can take that away from you, how do you try to adjust to that?
I mean, I need to use all the different weapons in my arsenal, you know. But it's not anything I can do. Obviously, I mean, there's, you know, when one area of my game isn't working, I'm supposed to be. I mean, I can like help in other ways. For example, one simple thing is quicker lob drag, you know, to help my team, or many other things. But I think the main thing is always defense, anyways.
You mentioned
Defense. The San Antonio Spurs should lean on that heavily, and I've been kind of irritated by it from day one. Well, not necessarily day one, because I felt like we kind of didn't have a choice. But I've been pretty irritated early on that we haven't really focused on a starting lineup that's just pure defense. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too into it, but no. I like the idea of having Fox, Castle. I've kind of grown on the whole just put Vassell at the 3. I mean, why not at this point? Like, we don't have a legitimate wing anyways. And then Sohan at the 4, Wemby at the 5. Like, that's just a nasty. Like, that's a hard team to score on. You can get a lead pretty early. You have enough offensive power. You have phenomenal defense. You can just kind of destroy a team with that. But, yeah, what do I know? I guess we just need Harrison Barnes. Because Harrison Barnes ain't shooting, man. He's not really bringing too much, but, yeah.
in your arsenal, you're going against skill scoring Kevin Durant tonight. Is there anything from his game you took as a youngster? When did you first think about that?
Of course. Of course, I still think about that.
Wemby's so eloquent in his second language. Well, he does a really great job of, you know, recognizing what's going on, and he takes his time before he just answers, you know. Good blend of shooting and defense. That's what I think. And if you have Castle as more so an off-ball player, but in this game they had Fox as off-ball, but him and Wemby were playing off each other. That's good too. Like, that's fine too. I just want him active. I just don't want Fox sitting in a corner. You know, that's what really bothers me. But if he's active off-ball with Wemby, you're still playing through Fox, right? He just doesn't have the ball in his hands. It's kind of like Steph Curry. Like, you see Steph Curry, and a lot of times playing through Steph isn't necessarily Steph gets the ball, everyone get out the way, here's a pick and roll or something. Like, that's typically not it. A lot of times it's off-ball. It's like screen set for Steph, and you're running all over the place. Even Ray Allen, right? Sometimes his teams, the Celtics and the Heat, at times would play through Allen, and it would be his crazy ability to be off ball and play off ball. So you can play through a player and then be off ball. They don't have to have the ball in their hands. You know what I mean? So, but I think Castle, you know, being a, you know, off ball player, not playing through him is fine if you wanted to do it, you know, that way. But I think Castle, I don't know the percentages on this. This is just a vibe, so don't take my word for this. But I feel like Castle, I know in college it was pretty okay, but his off-ball catch and shoot threes are pretty decent. He might be 0% with a pull-up 3. I don't know what he is with pull-up 3s, but his catch and shoot seems to be pretty decent. Same with Dylan Harper.
And like playing against him, when I do make shots, which did not happen a lot tonight, I do think about him because he's on the court and I see him, and I've been taking so much from him.
Between the history of the two teams, how close they are, Texas.
Are we a rival with Houston anymore? It's like, it's one of those things where we're always going to be a rival, but are we a rival right now? You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like with the Dallas Mavericks. It's like, they're a rival, but like, are they though? Memphis is supposed to be our rival, but like, are they though?
Parallels in talent. How much have you embraced the rivalry that's it's been between two organizations?
I get to learn a little more about that when I work with Hakeem. You know,
Just kidding.
I haven't watched before, but I watched some clips in the games, you know, of the playoffs against between the Spurs and the Rockets.
In the 2000s, not now. Well, I would even say the 2010s, we were rivals with them for sure. But right now, I don't get it. I don't get that with Houston being our right. I don't. Or are you talking about the Mavericks? No, even the Mavericks 2010s, we were pretty much still their rival. So.
I mean, I know it's two great teams.
I miss being rivals with Suns. That was cool. But I would say us and Thunder are definitely rivals.
And two recently affiliates.
Sur cette même question, est-ce que tu crois en ce genre de match contre Houston parce que c'est un match comme un autre?
Okay. So we got some French people. You can translate for us, okay? We'll really appreciate it. We love you. My dad has PTSD from Hakeem. You guys remember when? Well, you don't remember. I did a Dear Wembanyama song, and I said something that I thought was a pretty good line. I said they're having flashbacks of Timmy giving them havoc. So when you get the ball in the post, calling it post-traumatic. About Wemby. I thought that was a good line. Flashbacks of Timmy giving them havoc when you get the ball in the post, calling it post-traumatic. So, welcome to the 10 where human fans inhabit. Which to pain you like a dragon, you landed straight from Namek. Time for alien to come in and eradicate the planet. Stick to streaming, my guy. You don't think that's a good line? I think that's a great line, me personally. I think that's a really good line. Y'all, I don't think that this interview is gonna come up. It's been an hour and 14 minutes. Like, do I have to wait till tomorrow? Like, what is going on here? Why do they do this to me? It's like they know that we're streaming. All I want to do is give Mitch Johnson some credit. That's all I want. That's all I really want. I just want to give him some credit. I want to go on here and give him some credit and say I'm sorry. Okay. Let me go to Twitter. I wonder if I type in Mitch Johnson if it comes up. Is there another way of watching these? Okay, let me see if I can find. Yeah, where else could I find this? I guess League Pass Spurs postgame. Okay, let's see. I have to remember what my sign-in stuff is. Oh God, what is it? Maybe it's this. All right, then password. That wasn't the password. I don't know my password. Oh, wait. That might have been the password. Okay, I think that was it. All right, where is it on here? Password Sohan Lover? Yeah, that was it. I guess live in League Pass. Mitch doesn't want the apology. He doesn't have to accept the apology, but I'll more than happily give it to him. I don't want to be upset. Okay, I think. All right, let me go to. Okay. So I'm on. Oh my God, you guys are right. It's right here. Today the. Oh. It's 23rd now. Okay. It's right here. Oh, okay. Mika says 69. All right, guys. Okay. So somebody in the chat basically told me that Mitch Johnson says some things. And if these things are true, then I owe him an apology and I'm happy again. So we'll try it out and see how it goes. Hopefully this can play because it's not on YouTube yet for some reason. But anyways, big shout out to Sleeper. If you guys are interested in daily fantasy sports, go check it out. Link in the description. Just use promo code CLAN and you get 100% match up to $100. Okay, so go check that out. It's super easy. You just go to the picks section. You go over to the NBA section because you guys don't care about the NFL or the NHL and the soccer, all that. And then you just choose like, oh, I think Kevin Durant's going to be plus or over. I think Russell Westbrook. I ain't got a history of it. But yeah, you choose based on what you think, based on your knowledge, and try to win yourself some moolah. Okay. All right. So let's see if we can take a look at this and not get copyright claimed. All right. So let's play it. We got to add. See guys. I'm not an ad guy. Okay, I'm not an ad guy. I'm used to going to YouTube and being on that premium. Okay, I don't do ads. You don't sell anything to me. Okay, so let's go back. I can't hear anything.
He made some big shots. Our execution was good late. Defense picked up there, especially in the latter part of the fourth.
Can you guys hear that okay? Sorry, I'm usually not on here. Let me see. Let's go to filters, edit filters. Let me turn up the gain a little bit. All right. See if that helped.
And so it was a strong finish with not quite as strong everything else up into that, but Utah played their butts off. Will's doing a heck of a job. So obviously they get a lot of credit for that, but was happy with how we finished the game there in the end of the fourth.
I honestly thought the Spurs did pretty decent for the most part. And then it was the tail end where it was like, we just turned it up a notch. But hey, Mitch, to be real, man, playing Harrison Barnes as long as you did and playing Kelly Olynyk as long as you did was quite ridiculous. How about we lean on our defense, man? Our offense, it's fine. Just lean on our defense, though. That's where we can be like elite, best in the league. I don't hear the question, but we'll hear the answer.
Yeah, I mean, they all are, right? I mean, you don't apologize for any of them. Just trying to continue to get better and continue to hold ourselves to the standard that we believe is our standard, and then also continue to get better in regards to that as well. So it's the never-ending battle, and a lot of defensive miscues and game plan.
Carter Bryant is looking more and more comfortable. Carter Bryant is definitely looking more comfortable. He's more confident for sure. They're giving him a little bit more of the green light, saying, "Hey, just let the game come to you, man." He's doing good.
Execution breakdowns in terms of
he looks like he belongs out there.
Coverage, scheme, discipline, personnel. But again, 17 points in the fourth quarter got the job done. We needed everybody tonight. Even Jeremy, who wasn't feeling well. Box score says nothing, but his 4 minutes that he played was huge. We needed minutes from all over the place. It's that time of the year. We're a little banged up, a little tired, a little sick. Got to find a way.
Is that why I should apologize? Has Sohan been sick this whole time? Jeremy flu game? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to feel, guys. I don't know. Yeah, that's how it feels. He's saying, "Oh, I had to play him because other people are banged up." But he did say that Sohan was sick and he still played well. And he brings up how the stat sheet doesn't show it. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, he was suited up for several games now. Was he sick then too? And if he's suited up and he's eligible to play, I'm not buying it. It's been too long of a season. It'll be one thing if this just started happening. We're like, what the heck is going on? But like, there's been so many gaps in the season where he doesn't play. More Sohan did good, but not giving him minutes. Don't apologize. Yeah, I can't apologize to Mitch, bro. I can't do it, bro.
For sure. It says something to his character and to his preparation. It says something to our staff because they put a ton of time in with these guys when people aren't watching or have no idea of continuing to work with them, even when it's not, bright lights and the game's going on, and it's for games like this.
I just realized that my screen went to something else. Doing it backwards is weird. Doing it backwards is so weird. There we go. Tim Duncan.
Defensive fan on Nurkic is a low hand.
Keldon is a prime example for every player, but especially young player, a kid out there, that he's making as many mistakes as everybody, but his energy and his effort and his competitiveness and his multiple efforts to get to the next thing is at such a high level that it allows him to find a rhythm and find himself in the middle of plays. And he did a great job on Nurkic, and we changed the matchup there because we were getting hurt. He did a good job fighting him, being physical, and I just can't say enough, and it's something we got to continue to do more as a group.
Every single thing that he said can be towards Keldon and Sohan as well, but I don't know. I love Keldon. Keldon should get his minutes, but you're right. You know what? I'm looking at the chatter's message again that says you shouldn't apologize. You know what? I'm not going to apologize, because now I'm thinking back of when Mitch Johnson said, like, they asked him about the lack of minutes that Jeremy was getting, and his response was, well, every player wants 48 minutes. That was such a straw man, bro. That was crazy. I'm not apologizing. It's going to take some, I'm not apologizing because he was sick. Has he been sick this whole time? Has he been sick all season? I can't do it. I can't do it. Oh boy. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't apologize. Oh my God, and that's it. Yeah. Yeah, or that, yeah. So Sohan only played 10 seconds tonight. Yeah. Yeah. That was crazy. Yeah, I'm good. I'm not apologizing. I'm going to title this video, I owe Mitch Johnson an apology. And I'll put like a question mark after the whatever. I don't owe him nothing. That's crazy. Screw that. All right, what else we got here? I guess we just got to do it this way, guys. We can't wait on YouTube no more. Keldon. When did the Spurs play again? Chat, when did the Spurs play again? No apology until Sohan has a place in the rotation. He needs a solid place in the rotation. I'm sorry. I do not care. He should be getting like 15, 20 minutes. 15 to 20. Give him 15, 20. Yeah, I'm cool with it. It's just too much talent, too much toughness. You're lacking. Not only are you lacking a wing, you're lacking a power forward. I mean, good God. Two things that you're lacking, one of which you already have, and that player that you do have can make up for other issues that you have, like perimeter defense. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. Screw it. Sunday? Our next game is Sunday? The next game is Sunday? Pelicans on Sunday. I'm not going to be able to make up for that. But it's okay. We'll listen to what Keldon has to say, and then we'll get off. And then I guess we'll go live maybe tomorrow night. Hopefully my power doesn't go out. So I'll try my best. It's going to be... Oh, there was no... Okay. I thought there was going to be an ad. There's no ad at the beginning. That's dope. But I have an ad. Boo ha 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 ha. Shout out to Sleeper. If you guys are interested in daily fantasy sports, go check it out. Use promo code CLAN. You get 100%. You get 100% match up to $100. I like the social media section. So let's just scroll through. Let's see. Wembanyama had a phenomenal game. 26 points, 13 rebounds, 3 assists on 33 minutes, 9 for 14. How long has Wemby been getting his 30 minutes? Because have I just not been paying attention to his minutes? Oh, he just started. Oh, no, he had 31 minutes against Minnesota. Then he had 30 against Houston. Okay. All right, Wemby's back. Wemby's back. Anyways, he did a phenomenal job. How many blocks he had? 5? He had 5 blocks of steal. Yeah, he's that guy, man. He's him. But anyways, go check it out. Sleeper in the description. Okay? All right, let's take a look at what Keldon has to say. As you guys know, I love me some Keldon. I am a Keldon fan. Clan the Keldon fan, okay? The old me is gone. The one that used to criticize Keldon, he was wrong. Well, he was right in how bad Keldon was last year, but he was wrong in saying that he can't fit on this team. I was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong. And I'm so happy I was wrong. Oh, my God. I apologize. The glazing is crazy. It would take so much work. It would take so much work for me to fall out of love with Keldon, because I already liked him. I already like him as a person, as a teammate, and him playing at this level. I'm sorry. I can't hate him. There's no more. I never really hated him, but there's no more. There's no more harsh criticisms for Keldon. Okay, it'll take a lot. He can have 10, 15 games in a row where he plays pretty poorly, and I ain't gonna talk bad about my boy. All right.
Every win is tough in the NBA, and we pulled a good run out today. Obviously, it wasn't the prettiest game, but we found a way, and that's what good teams do.
I can't hear nothing. Y'all probably can hear it. Hold on. I turn up the game some more.
You know, he done showed up in so many big moments for us this season. You know, big time players make big time plays, and you can't deny that. He done did it at every level of basketball, and he continues to do that for us now when we need him most. And you know, without him tonight, it's a whole different game. But you know, he'll never get the credit that he deserves. He's been phenomenal for us. He's been our leader. He's been a big part of what we're doing, and
who?
You know, the team wouldn't be the same without him.
So. Who is he talking about right there? I could not hear any of it. Who's been a big part of what we've been doing here, and he's not going to get the credit? Who? Can someone explain to me who he was talking about, please? Fox? You feel like Fox hasn't gotten the credit? Oh, probably from me. Fox an all-star? Is Fox an all-star?
You know, my hat goes out to him. Every day he comes in, doesn't have no ego, comes in and work. You know, he comes out there, gives us his best every night. And, you know, that means the world to us.
You guys are short-handed, no Devin, no Luke tonight. You have guys step up. Vince Jordan out there, Kelly, Jeremy. What can you say about those?
I mean, those guys been working their butts off. You know, it's been the dog days of the year, but those guys been stacking days behind the scenes. You know, we have play groups, we have practice, and you know.
You can't seriously believe we're gonna trade Sohan. I don't believe Spurs don't trade people like that, like just willy-nilly. My fear with the whole Trey Sohan thing, it's two things. Number one, I'll be afraid that you're trading away Sohan because your coach doesn't know how to utilize him, which, in my opinion, that's a different issue. I think that's more of a coaching issue than a Sohan issue. But my number two thing, and probably the most important thing that worries me, is if you trade away Sohan, you're going to have to get a player that fits what he does and does it so much better to the extent where you're not losing much, right? But even yet and still, we need a power forward. He's a power forward. We need a great perimeter defender. He is that. And a lot of people that say like he's trash and he's garbage, trade him for Trey Murphy. What makes you think, if he's such as garbage as you think he is, why do you think that you'll be able to trade him for Trey Murphy? You know, even Trey Murphy, even like Sohan and a few picks probably won't be enough. Like Trey Murphy has a pretty high price tag. If I'm wrong, I'm cool with it. But like that would be a great pickup. But other than that, I don't want to just get rid of a player and then we're missing something else. If you want to talk about trading, I don't think I'll be as crazy about Barnes or Olynyk if you wanted to move them or something like that, because obviously older and whatever you get in return, you probably can get the equal, if not better value, in my opinion. So not really. He's super young and I don't know. He's very talented, you know, and I just feel like we're not using him well enough. I mean, we're not using him at all, you know. And when he has played, most recently, our recent memory, we've gone on runs, we've looked stronger, we looked tougher. Like, I don't know. He's just solid. Yeah, me too, man. We can use size, I guess. Oh, somebody said that's a sick background clan. I just saw that. Keep the projection.
Sometimes, you know, well, as lately, those guys don't really know when the opportunity gonna come. So to see, you know, they come in tonight and J-Mac make a difference. You know, German come in and give us some good minutes. Kelly give us some good minutes. That means a lot because we, you know, they've been working hard. They've been busting their butt to be able to be ready to come out here and whenever their number is called, take the opportunity.
Who we say, Gates?
So they've been real professionals. And
did you say Kelly? No, what just happened? Oh my God, this app. Oh my God, this app.
After a win, every win,
dude,
they deserve. You know, he comes out there, gives us his best every night, and you know, it's been the dog days of the year, but those guys been stacking days behind the scenes. You know, we have play groups, we have practice, and you know, sometimes, you know, well, as lately, those guys don't really know when the opportunity gonna come. So to see, you know, they come in tonight and J-Mac make a difference. You know, German come in and give us some good minutes. Kelly give us some good minutes. That means a lot because we, you know, they've been working hard. They've been busting their butt to be able to be ready to come out here and whenever their number is called, take the opportunity. So they've been real professional.
See, that's the problem, though.
You know,
I love you, Keldon. And he's right. But that's the problem. That's the problem. Kelly Olynyk should be ready. You never know when your number is called. Not Sohan. He's too good of a defender. Not Sohan. He shouldn't just be waiting for his number to be called. He should have a fixed salary. He should have a fixed schedule. What are you talking about? I love you, Keldon, but no, come on. No. I know what he's saying. He's not going to isolate anybody or nothing like that. And what he's saying is true, but it's just for the wrong player. Like, he shouldn't be waiting for his number to be called when you're literally playing Lindy Waters and Olynyk over him at time. Like, what are we doing? That's not true. You know? I don't know. Same with Carter. I don't think Carter should just be, well, we wait for his minutes to be called. I don't think that. I think he should get some, like, regular minutes, too.
I want to give them their credit when credit's due. And they've been really working hard and giving everything they got and staying true professionals. So, you know, we appreciate, you know, the minutes that they gave us and being ready when the number is called. And, you know, it was big for us tonight. We needed a change of scenery. We needed different guys in there. We needed different energy. And those guys.
Your mama called me.
I just play my game.
Sorry, Mr.
You know, my
I'm only doing
teammates,
that 'cause
they put me in spots. My coaches put me in spots to be successful. They believe in me. They trust me. And, you know, I just play my game at the end of the day. But, you know, I feel like when you know that your team and your coaches are fully behind you, is, you know, for me, it isn't about getting out of my comfort zone. It's just doing what I'm good at and continuing to double down on that.
Man, you
each
used
and every
to worry
night.
about getting sleep. Well, when she calls, you know? Oh, man. Okay. Well, that was good. That was some good stuff. I'm very immature. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make a mama joke. I'm sorry, man. I should do better. I should be more professional. I should be more professional like Keldon. Keldon's very professional. He would never do that. He would never do that. All right, guys. I'm going to sleep. I actually was up really late because I was waiting for this, but it never came, so. Like, ridiculous. You with my mom? I feel bad for you. How you think I got this set up? The projector screen, the mic, the headphones, and they the Last of Us edition. It's a good lady. And my mom there. Oh, never mind. It's not fun when, it's not fun when you just take it on the chin. You're doing that on purpose. Be angry. That's what makes it funny. Be angry with me, man. Okay. Whatever. It's not fun no more. I'm sorry. I apologize. I was wrong. I've seen the error of my ways. Your mom didn't deserve that. I'm sure she's a very nice, sweet lady. But she raised the... No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Mom took it on... Oh! I'm 16. Okay. You're gonna learn. The world is harsh. This world is harsh. You go into a YouTube live stream and next thing you know, he's calling out your mama. Like, that's life, kid. Get used to it. School starts in 25 minutes. Welcome to class. Welcome to class. Welcome to class, kid. Anyways, I'm going to sleep. I appreciate the love. Crap, I didn't bring it up in a while. If you guys are interested in some merch, go to clanthemerchfan.com. Link in the description. But yeah, got some merch. Going to be closing down the shop in a few months due to the huge move that's going to be happening near the end of this year. So if you guys really want to support, head on over there. And I'm actually going to be doing quite a few orders tomorrow and shipping those out. It probably won't be this weekend because of the storm. If I can finish it tomorrow before the storm comes in, then I can ship it out tomorrow, and that'd be cool. But anyways, I'll get with you guys later. I appreciate all the love. See y'all tomorrow. Yeah, for sure. For a minute, I was like, dang, do I have labels? I do have labels. I got plenty of labels. Send me my stuff, Clan. I'm sorry, Larry. Yeah, it's yours actually gonna be the first one that I get to do. So, but I got all the stuff for it, and I'm still waiting for like I think 4 other orders. So, anyways, I'll get with you guys later. Everyone have a good night. Bye. Bye. Good night.